Hello again. In this video, we will learn the kind of verb called verb of incomplete predication. Predicate is the part of the sentence. If you want to know more about the term predicate, watch my video on sentence. But there are some verbs, they need some other words to complete their meaning. And those words are not the object, but they are called complement. So let's know more about such verbs and how we can identify them. So mostly the intransitive verb that does not express a complete thought on its own. Usually an intransitive verb does not need any object or extra word to complete its meaning. If I say he's laughing, laughing here is intransitive verb and we don't have any other word after laughing, but still the sentence is complete. I'm speaking, in this sentence the verb is speaking and we don't have any object or any other word to complete its meaning. So this type of a verb is called verb of complete predication. But some intransitive verbs need some other words. Unless we put them, they give incomplete sense. So these types of verbs are called verbs of incomplete predication. That's why in the point number 2 I have written that this verb requires a complement. The word complement comes from complete. Please look at the spelling, E. So this verb requires a complement to make the sentence meaningful. For example, the sentence is she became queen in 1950. The verb in this sentence is became and it is verb of incomplete predication. If I remove this part of the sentence or the word queen, I say she became. The word became is intransitive verb, but still it is incomplete without the word queen. So when I put queen with became, then the sense of the sentence becomes meaningful. So this type of verbs or these types of verbs are called verbs of incomplete predication. There are some points to note to properly understand the verbs of incomplete predication. Like without complement, these verbs give incomplete sense. If I remove complement queen, then she became, it will give incomplete meaning. These verbs often act as linking verbs, connecting a subject to a description rather than showing a physical action. Basic function or basically the function of the verb is to show physical activity. Other function of the verb is to show state existence. But the verbs of incomplete predication do not show physical action. They serve as a link between the word they are used with or the subject they are used with and the other word that describes the subject. As subject in this sentence is she and the complement in this sentence is queen. Queen is the description, gives more information about she, that who is she? She's a queen. But the link that is created between queen and she is became. So this is the point number 2, that it serves as a link rather than showing a physical action. Became does not show any physical action, but a link, it shows link between queen and she. Third point is the complement of the verb is usually noun. Usually, like queen is a noun, and this type of a noun is called predicative noun, or an adjective, like he is happy. Happy is adjective and it is used as the complement of is. So this type of adjective is also called predicative adjective. The last point about the verb of incomplete predication is these verbs express the idea of being, seeming, becoming, and appearing. So this is the sense there. The basic function of the verbs is to show link. But when they show link, they show existence, they show appearance. Either you use the word seem or appear, and they show the link of becoming, like here. Let's have a look at some more examples to properly understand that what the last point says. The first example of beings are the verbs that fall under the verbs of incomplete predication that show being or is, am, or was, were. But do not be confused. These words are also used as helping verbs. When they are used as helping verbs, they will not be considered as verbs of incomplete predication. But when they will be used as main verbs in a sentence, so they will be considered as verbs of predication and verbs of being. Like Afnan is a cardiologist. So here we show that what is the state or what is the being of Afnan, that is she is cardiologist, and it is being shown by the word is, which serves as a link between Afnan and cardiologist, and it is the verb of incomplete predication, because if I remove the word a cardiologist, it will be incomplete. The other kind of the verbs of incomplete predication are seeming, like seem, appear, look. These words like appear and look have also different meanings, but not in that sense when they show state of affairs. When I say you look perplexed, so here look is not you are looking at something, but here the verb look shows your existence, your appearance, your overall overlook. So seem, appear, look, when used in that way as a linking verb, like the weather seems pleasant. I can replace here the word seems, the weather is pleasant. So here seems means appears to be, or it is pleasant. So here this is serving as linking verb, but in grammar we call it verb of incomplete predication. If I remove pleasant, I say the weather seems, gives incomplete meaning. But when I put the complement, then the sense of the sentence becomes complete. She looked upset means apparently her status or her outlook or her being or her appearance was upset. And here looked is used as verb of incomplete predication, and upset is its complement. If I remove the word upset, it will be incomplete. Then the verbs of senses, which show the work of different or five senses. We also call them verbs of perception. Most of them, like feel, smell, taste, and sound. Not in, they have also other meanings, but here when they are used as linking verbs, as honey tastes sweet, here taste may be replaced by the word is. Here it shows the link between sweet and honey. Not someone is testing. If I say I tested the food, that is another use of the verb test. But test sweet means its taste is sweet. That is actually the meaning of this sentence. So same as if I say the perfume smells good, here smells is used in the sense of linking verb and verb of incomplete predication. The idea sounds wonderful. Here sounds means is. It means in that sense we have used it. So we have these four types of verbs of incomplete predication like being, becoming, seeming and senses. Now we must also know the difference between the verbs of complete predication and the verbs of incomplete predication. Let's have a look at the last two sentences I have written. The first example shows the verb of complete predication, like birds fly. And the sentence has a full sense, complete meaning, and we don't need any extra word to complete its meaning. So sentence from birds to fly is a complete sentence and it gives the full meaning. So this type of the verb or intransitive verb is verb of complete predication. But if I say the dog is, and then I stop, the dog is, and then you will ask me, dog is what? And when I put the complement, the dog is hungry, and when I use the word hungry, the meaning of the sentence became complete. So this verb will be called verb of incomplete predication. I hope you learned all about the verbs of incomplete predication. If you still feel any confusion, do ask me in comments. Until my next video, bye bye.